I know, I uploaded in the middle of my break. Shocker. But it's serious this time. I have to spit out some stuff again. So, yeah, anyway, and I'ma talk about the current situation in the NCS community. We got a bunch of stuff together. So, the document on Jeff McJeffington, I'm showing you a little snippet from it right now, has been made, and I kinda call it a success because he kinda stopped being weird in his posts. Now, what did he do? Well, in community posts, he used to tend to say the N-word a bunch of times, and I really mean it. Here, enjoy some quick examples. Speaking of his posts at the time, they were also incredibly brain rotted. For example, here on Immortal's ranking of submissions video, he made a post covering it, saying that he'd send his cat's nudes to your sister's dog walker's ex-boyfriend's aunt's former roommate. What the fuck? Okay, no, for real, jokes aside, that wasn't even a joke with that post. I'm not lying, you just saw that with your eyes. That was not fake. Back to him being racist, he even told another ranker and also producer named LHS, or also known as Rohan and currently known as Oblivious, that is wiener smelled like curry. You gotta keep in mind that he said this to an Indian person. An Indian person, and that's just messed up. And apart from just only not brain rotting us, he even sent a threat to a fellow ranker. I'm not gonna say names here, but that ranker is literally only like 12 or 13 years old. Let that sink in. And after a while, said document was made on him, which he did call kind of useless and cringe. It still managed to be kind of a success. If one of the ones didn't post an unfinished version of it before Lawn Racers did, who originally wanted to share it all, it would have been more impactful and believable in my opinion, because the version the other one sent of said doc was unfinished, I think it was. But still, at least that Jeff thing kinda stopped now. I don't know if he's still racist on Discord and such, but he no longer is on YouTube from what I've seen so far. Well, why am I talking about Jeff McJeffington when this video's main focus is Jake Animate? So Flex already did a video on him, but I just want to spit out what I got to say about it. So this guy keeps on thinking that the community has bosses and we should only like what they tell us to like. These bosses are, you can see this in the bio, yes bio, Boba, Kalashi, Strawlashi, Jeff, Roxo, Azure, I don't know, Lawrence, and some others. And I'm wondering, if you're gonna call them bosses, why Lawrence though? If it's the Lawrence from the Neon Center, who appeared as a relatively quiet and chill dude who is just insanely strict when it comes to music and has a completely different taste to others, which I'm fine with, but anyway, I didn't see anything of him bashing other people's opinions, only dropping hot takes and such. Now, speaking of opinion bashing and all that stuff, Azure does it sometimes, but only as a joke, and I'm referring to the time where DJ Gubu was called an NCS toddler because of him liking a song that Azure found mid, which was on the Skyline Part 2, I think, which I think Gubu found it a gem, Azure found it mid, and as a joke or something, Azure called him an NCS toddler. And it's just the way I see it with the jokes. And yeah, as said, the things with the bosses, I'm gonna say it again, bosses, it even says this in his bio. Just read this shit. And he also thinks doxing aka leaking somebody else's private data, aka where they live, and IP and all that stuff, is criticism? What the for real? This was shown in this quiz sort of thing, and yeah, just let this bullshit sink in. Anyway, he also tells everyone what to like and dislike, and also attacks people who are obsessed with house music. A big house fan is Algeman, who is probably Jake's main target. Since Algie loves house music and Jake's an opinion basher and a half, he obviously roasts him and targets him, and exposed Algie for not liking unique stuff but being a huge house guy. I have a question there. How can you even expose someone for having an opinion? An opinion. And it's not even about something mind-blowing or wild or crazy. It's just about a song. This is just not why this community was made and all that. Me personally, I see it as a place where you can just express our opinions through videos or posts and talk about music and show all the kind of opinions we have about songs. If you disagree, it's okay. We are all different in some way. We have different tastes and everything. And if you're seeing this, Jake, there's people who don't even like any sorts of EDM. What would you tell them? Tell me. I'm curious. And speaking of those house lovers, which, as already mentioned, he also likes to call NCS toddlers, he even told them to go and unalive themselves. Just check this shit out.
Kill yourself.
I feel like this is all just meant to be for attention seeking and such stuff, but still, it's super childish, stupid, and weird, and just why? And honestly, you're the toddler here. Bashing opinions? Huh? The fuck? Oh, and speaking of him being childish and stupid and all that, he even thinks that he and the bosses, which don't exist, by the way, this is just people he glazes the fuck out of. He thinks he and these bosses can fire random people from the community. Just check this shit out.
Yeah! Fire!
And lastly, as you probably saw already in his bio, he claims that the term nostalgia doesn't exist. But now I'm wondering, why are there literally 3 songs on NCS with the same name, huh? Like, really? And how can it not exist? Just tell me. Doesn't even make sense. What? Oh, and again, Jake, if you're watching this, I may be a huge house fan, just like Algeman and all the others. Like, pretty much all of the people in the community enjoy house, because it's a genre that's just objectively good and loved. You can dislike it, and I'm fine with it. And yeah, we may be NCS toddlers and all that stuff, but at least our videos mostly don't have a huge watermark taking up the whole screen. Like, look at this shit. Anyway, I know I disrupted my break here, but I'll keep set break going for a little bit more until like someone in February, when I got all my tests and exams and all that back, and when the first half of the school year ended. Anyway, see y'all there, and I hope you enjoyed my talk about the current situation, addressing Jake and the past McJeffington situation. Bye.